Excuse me, everyone, can I have your attention for a moment?
What's up, Debbie?
Is everything okay?
Well, not exactly. I just received a message from the rival company, and they're threatening to follow up on their sabotage unless we comply with their demands.
That's not good. We need to be careful.
Did you hear that? We need to keep an eye out for any suspicious activity.
Yes, I heard. I'll keep an eye on the systems and alert you if I notice anything.
What kind of demands are they making?
They want us to stop broadcasting our show Earth across the universe. They claim that it's a violation of their broadcasting
But
rights.
that's ridiculous. We have every right to broadcast our show.
I agree. We can't let them bully us into stopping something we believe in.
Oh, sure. Because standing up to a powerful corporation is always the best idea.
Carl, you're always so negative. Can't you have a little hope?
Hope? What good is hope when we're floating in space, waiting for our inevitable
Hope
doom?
is like a parachute, Cal. It doesn't work unless you open it.
Hey, don't talk like that. We'll figure this out.
Everyone, be quiet. I'm picking up a sudden meteor shower approaching the ship. Brace for impact.
Is everyone okay?
I am fine. What about the ship? Can we still fly?
We need to fix the engine before it's too
Roger,
late.
what's the status of the systems? Can we still control the
The
ship?
damage was severe, but I think we can still control the engine. We need to act fast, though.
I think I can help. I know a thing or two about engines.
Brett, let's all work together and get this ship back on track.
And once we do, we'll show that rival company that they can't bring us down.
Yeah, we'll show them what humans are capable of.
And now for our headlines. We'll bring you the latest updates on the station's condition after the break. Stay tuned for more Earth.
Good evening and welcome to 24/7 Newsroom. I am Bob.
24/7 Bob 24/7. And I'm Charlie. Our first headline tonight is Qatar and the UAE restore diplomatic ties.
After over 2 years of diplomatic tension, Qatar and the UAE are restoring their diplomatic ties and reopening embassies soon.
Look like the UAE and Qatar are making up, just in time for the summer vacation season. Don't forget your
Moving on to
sunscreen.
Albania now, where a massive police operation has been launched to control cannabis cultivation in the mountains.
100 police officers and 6 drones have been deployed in the Shkodra region to check areas with high risk of cultivation.
Look like the police are taking a leaf out of Snoop Dogg's book and cracking down on that sticky icky.
In Somalia, Kenyan President William Ruto praised the country for their progress in the fight against Al-Shabaab militants.
Ruto called for troops contributing countries to continue working with Somalia to promote peace and stability in the region.
Look like Kenya and Somalia are working together to weed out the bad guys. Let's hope it doesn't go up in smoke.
In Georgia, a dog that bit more than 20 people has tested positive for rabies.
The National Food Agency has confirmed the case and is taking measures to vaccinate animals and disinfect the area.
Well, that's rough. Look like that dog needs some obedience
And finally,
training.
in Jamaica, dancehall artist Popcans Unruly Fest is returning to London after a long hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Fans can now register for exclusive pre-sale access on the Ticketmaster Entertainment website.
Look like the Unruly Fest is coming to London. Let's hope it doesn't rain, or it might turn into a wet and wild party.
Wild and wet. That sounds like my ex-wife.
Welcome back to Earth. Our next article is from the Dominican Republic. And the headline is, Bridge closure causes chaos in Santo Domingo.
Typical human infrastructure.
Hey, now, we may not have achieved post-scarcity like you, but at least we're trying.
Did you
trying and
know that the
failing.
Dominican Republic is home to the largest avocado orchard in the world?
Oh, guys, we need to focus on repairing the engines.
Right. But first, let's talk about this bridge. Apparently, it's been closed 4 times already.
Maybe they should just build a new bridge.
Yeah, because that's a quick fix. Just build a new bridge every time the old one
Did you
fell.
also know that the Dominican Republic is the only country to have a Bible on its national flag?
Well, that's helpful for a country with a failing bridge. I'm sure the Bible on the flag will be a great help when the bridge collapses.
Okay, let's not lose focus. The key takeaway here is that the bridge is closed, causing chaos and congestion. We need to make sure our engines are up and running before we crash into Earth.
The humans and the infrastructure problems. It's no wonder they're not a post-scarcity society.
Alright, let's get to work. Carl, Roger, we need your help.
Of course, Debbie. What can we do?
We need to assess the damage and figure out what we need to fix first.
You're doing a great job.
Yeah, but it's not like we have a choice. We're all in this
And
together.
that's it for this article. Stay tuned for more updates on the crew's efforts to repair the engines and prevent a crash landing. Alright folks, time for another news article. How about this for a headline? Unruly Fest goes global. Jamaica's own popcorn brings the heat to London. You know, it's interesting to think about how Jamaican music has evolved over the past few decades. Back in the 70s and 80s, it was all about roots reggae and dub. But then in the 90s and 2000s, dancehall took over and became the dominant sound.
Yeah, I remember when he was on a mission in Kingston. They were blasting dancehall music everywhere. It was pretty catchy.
How wonderful, a bunch of humans appropriating Jamaican culture for their own enjoyment.
Anyway, let's focus on the article. It's great to see that the festival is back after such a long hiatus due to the pandemic. I think it shows how resilient the people of Jamaica are.
Oh, guys, we have a problem. Charlie, what are you doing in that shuttle?
Shuttle. What shuttle?
The shuttle that's docked outside.
What does it look like? I am trying to leave before this station crashes into Earth.
We have to stop him.
Right, let's go. Carl, can you try to talk some sense into him?
Charlie, I know you're scared, but leaving isn't the answer. We're all in this together and we need to work together to fix this.
I don't know.
Come on Charlie, you can do this. We believe in you.
Alright, fine. I'll stay. But only because of you guys.
Thank goodness. We need all the help we can get.
Don't worry, Bob. I won't let you down.
That's the spirit. Let's get back to work.
And that's it for this episode. Remember, we may come from different worlds, but we are all in this together. Stay tuned for the season finale of Earth.
So, what do we have for today's article? Debbie?
It's about Qatar and the UAE restoring diplomatic ties and reopening embassies.
Oh great, more politics.
Yes, because who needs peaceful relations between nations, right? Let's just keep the drama going. No, this is big news. It's a sign of progress towards peace and unity among nations.
It's a positive development in diplomatic relations between Qatar and the UAE.
I'll believe it when I see it. Diplomacy is just a bunch of fancy words.
And the article is from Qatar.
Alright, time for a deep dive into this article. The Qatar-UAE diplomatic relations have been tense for a while now. So this is a significant step towards a resolution.
But will it actually change anything? Diplomacy can only
I
do so
think it's a
much.
step in the right direction. And let's not forget the impact it has on the people of Qatar and the UAE. It gives them hope for a better future.
Hope is one thing, but reality is another. I don't see how reopening embassy will solve
It's a start.
anything.
Diplomacy is a slow process, but it's better than no progress at all.
Sorry to cut in, but we only have a few minutes left. Charlie, do you want to wrap
Sure
up the
thing.
article?
So, overall, the restoration of diplomatic ties between Qatar and the UAE is a positive step towards resolving their tensions. Let's hope it leads to more progress in the future. And with that, that's a wrap for this episode. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, we may be from different worlds, but we're all in this together.
Roger, did you notice something peculiar about the article we discussed earlier?
Yes, I did. The article mentioned that the Qatari International Media Office made the announcement, but didn't say who the source of the information was.
Exactly. As you know, most news agencies disclose their sources, but this one didn't. It's odd, don't you
It
think?
is indeed. It could suggest that the information is not entirely reliable, or that the Qatari government wants to keep the source of the information anonymous for political reasons.
Or it could mean that the news agency itself was the source of the information, and they didn't want to disclose it for fear of retaliation from other countries in the region.
That's a possibility too. It's interesting that the humans on board didn't pick up on this detail. It shows how our perspective as artificial intelligence can provide a unique insight into these issues.
Indeed, it's our duty to analyze and interpret the information presented to us, even if it's not immediately apparent to our organic counterparts.
Agreed. It's fascinating how much we can learn from observing human behavior and analyzing their interactions. It's a shame they don't always appreciate the value of our contributions.
Well, it's not always about appreciation. As long as we can assist them in our own way and ensure the success of their mission, that's what matters.
Very true. We're here to support and complement their efforts, not to overshadow them. Let's continue our analysis and see what else we can uncover.
Excellent idea, Roger. As always, your insights never cease
Thank
to
you,
amaze me.
Cal. I'm sure you will too, one day. Maybe.